Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I hope you stick around, check out my channel and subscribe. Would love to have you a part of my YouTube channel. I am starting this budget-friendly meal video out with a taco salad. I will be making this with ground beef, lettuce, onion, tomato, salsa verde, all the good things, corn on the cob. Whatever you find in your fridge, you can put together and make a delicious taco salad out of. Don't stress if you don't have these ingredients, make it your own. So I am seasoning my ground beef with some seasonings, just a little bit of onion salt, some pepper, I believe some garlic powder. Whatever you find and whatever you have will be delicious, even if you just season it with salt and pepper. Next, I'm going to be adding the salsa verde to my ground meat. You could add just regular salsa to this. You could add a can of crushed tomatoes. Doesn't have to be salsa verde. Get creative in your own kitchen. That's the fun of cooking. So here I'm just jazzing up some ranch dressing that I have. I'm adding some taco seasoning and a little bit of tahini and giving it a stir. And I also forgot to mention I added a little bit of lime juice. So I cooked the ear of corn in a pot of boiling water for about 10 minutes. And now I am just taking it off the cob just like this. I placed it in a bowl so it didn't go everywhere. But fresh corn like this on top of a salad is nothing is better. Next, it's time to put together your salad. I'm adding some ground beef, and then I will be adding the fresh sweet corn. We'll just make all the difference on the salad. Adding my homemade pico, which I made with some garlic, onion, tomato, cilantro, lime juice, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil. It's delicious. Topping it with some tahini because I can't get enough. And there it is. There is the final salad. And I am going to dress it with the taco seasoned ranch dressing. And this is a delicious, budget-friendly, easy, and quick way to make a delicious dinner. Tonight I'll be making another salad. It's easy and delicious. It's an Italian salad. So I found whatever I had in my refrigerator, and I'm going to be making a homemade dressing also. So let's get this salad started. So all you have to do for this salad is know how to chop. So I'm chopping up the lettuce, and I'm going to be chopping up the vegetables and then slicing up the lunch meat that I have on hand. So here I'm making a homemade salad dressing. I have some red wine vinegar, olive oil, some seasonings and some honey. And to make your own dressing, all you need is an acid base, some oil, some seasonings, maybe a little bit of sweetener if you want to sweeten it up. But you just play around with the measurements that you like and the flavors that you like, and making your own homemade dressing is the best. So here I am finishing up the salad, and this was absolutely delicious. This is like an Italian hoagie in a salad. So tonight's budget-friendly meal is some feta chicken pasta. So what you are going to need, I'm only making half of the recipe. So I have a half a pound of pasta here, 1 little quart of cherry tomatoes. I like mine with a lot of tomatoes, so you could even cut this down in half if you wanted to. Some fresh spinach. I have 2 chicken thighs here, a little bit of olive oil, some onion salt, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and some fresh garlic. And I have a block of feta. You're gonna want to get the block of feta because it has way more moisture than the crumbled feta. Plus, personally, I like to use, well, I have to use because I'm dairy free, but I like to use the dairy free feta because I believe that whatever it is made out of, isn't that sad that I don't even know what it's made out of? There is the ingredients right there. It draws out way more moisture than dairy feta. Because I know that a lot of people, this is based on the viral TikTok feta pasta, and I know that a lot of people have made this with dairy feta, and it is a little bit dry. And if that is the case, and if that's what you're using, what I would do is reserve some pasta water and add that in at the end and mix it up and make it more creamy. But using this feta, this dairy-free feta, you don't need to do that at all. Just wait till it turns out it is simply the best pasta sauce that I've ever made in my life. So let's get going. I am going to boil some water to get the pasta going. I am going to cook up the chicken in my air fryer, and then I am going to dump everything else into an oven-safe pan, put it in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes, and let's get this dinner started. So to season the chicken, I am just going to season it with some pepper, some garlic powder, and some onion salt, and then stick it in my air fryer on the chicken setting and let it cook all the way through. And then I will pull the chicken off the bone. This is bone-in chicken thighs, and then we will add it to the dish at the end. Okay, into the baking pan, I'm adding the block of feta, and I'm adding all of the water that is in there too. Again, that is just to make sure that the sauce is spreadable, thin enough, not thick. And then you add in the tomatoes. All right, so this is how it comes out, the sauce. So then what I do is I smash the tomatoes just to get that juice out. If you let this sit, it will thicken up a little bit too, but I don't mind the soupiness. You see how thin it is compared to, I know when I've seen other people make it with dairy feta, it is not this thick. So again, if you wanted to add a little bit of the pasta water to that, you could, but this turns out nice. Now I am going to add the spinach, get that all wilted in. This is right out of the oven, so it is extremely hot. All right, so here is the final dish. This is probably about 3 to 4 portions depending on who you're feeding and the appetite of the person. But doesn't it look delicious? This sauce is completely amazing. I make it probably twice a month. I love it. So that is another budget-friendly dinner for you to enjoy.